Here is Orlando police pulling over the wrong one.
You're good. What agency you with?
I'm the state attorney.
This is Aramis Ayala, the first black state attorney elected in the state of Florida.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Your tag didn't come back. Never seen that before. I'm sorry? Yeah. We're good now.
So it was...
We ran the tag. I've never seen it before. A Florida tag. It's never come back to anything before. So that's the reason for the stop.
Befuddled with the officer's reason, she asks a simple follow-up.
What was the tag run for?
I'm sorry?
What was the tag run for?
Oh, we run tags all the time, whether it's the traffic lights and that sort of stuff. That's how we figure out if, cars are stolen and that sort of thing. Also, the windows were really dark. I don't have a tint measurer, but...
You can see Ayala smirking, because she knows what's up.
That's another reason for the stop.
All right. Do you guys have cards on you?
Yeah, 1 second, please. Actually, this isn't my...
In a video that recently emerged, Orlando police can be seen pulling over Aramis Ayala, the first black state attorney elected in Florida. Ayala, clearly surprised and confused, questions the reason behind the traffic stop. The officer responds by mentioning that they ran the license plate as part of a routine procedure. Ayala firmly denies any violation of laws and asserts that her license plate and tinted windows are in full compliance with Florida law. Despite her explanation, the video has sparked outrage among some viewers who argue that the traffic stop was racially motivated, implying racial profiling is the reason behind it. This incident has gained significant national attention with news outlets covering the story. Furthermore, it became a part of an ongoing lawsuit involving Ayala and Governor Rick Scott. The lawsuit raises questions about the justification behind Governor Scott's decision to remove Ayala's office from 21 first-degree murder cases, including the trial of accused police killer Mark Heath Lloyd.
Well, you kind of match the suspect in the description of what I'm looking for. What's your name? What's your name? Why? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, well, like I said, just come here. We're trying to figure this out, man.
Working out? Serious?
Do what?
I'm working out. I'm doing a run.
I just got a call for a family violence.
Dude.
What's your name, dude?
I'm not giving you my name. I'm just here working out.
Okay, if that's all it is, I
Then
just
let
need
me
to get your
go.
name. That's not, I need to know your
I'm not
name.
giving you my name. I don't have to give you my name.
The San Antonio Police Department pulled this on an innocent man.
Okay, why are you acting like this, man?
Because I'm working out and you're bothering me. I'm being bothered on a
Because
fucking
you
normal
match the
run.
description of
I don't
somebody that
care
just
what
choked your
description.
girl.
I don't care what description. I just want to do my damn run.
All I need to know is your name.
Hey, damn, dude. What can you do a damn run?
All I need to know is any kind of information you got.
I don't have any information to give to you. I'm
What's
on
your
the
name?
run.
What's your name then?
You're not getting that information.
Okay, well then you're gonna be detained right now, okay?
Okay, for what?
For being a suspect of family violence until I figure out who you are. Okay. I'm gonna put you in the back of my car, okay? Since you wanna act like that.
No, I'm gonna be right here.
No, you're not. You're going to the back of my
I
car
want to
until I
sit
get
right
this
here. I
figured out.
didn't do anything. I want to sit right there in the grass.
You're gonna go in the car.
In another incident, a man is seen being detained by San Antonio Police Department officers. The man questions why he's being detained, to which officers respond that he matches the description of a suspect involved in a family violence case. The man asserts his innocence and refuses to provide his identification, stating that he is working and being bothered unnecessarily.
I'm doing
All I
wrong.
needed to know was your name.
So,
That was
did
it.
I break a rule?
Any kind of ID or anything on you.
Don't touch me, bro. No, sit to a search.
I'm not searching you. I'm just
You're
fixing
touching me. No, you're not fixing me. You're touching my shorts and going to my...
Why are you acting like this, man? All
Why
I
do
need
you
to know
think?
is your name.
Why do you think?
Because I just got a family violence call and my
Okay.
victim said that you matched the suspect. You're not under arrest. You're just being detained right now. All I need to know is your info, and that was it. We'll get you out of here. But if you want to play like this, it's just going to be a long run, man. So, where do you live at? No. Not going to answer me. Why? Why?
The officers attempt to search the man, but he resists, insisting that they have no right to search him. The situation escalates as the officers forcefully try to place the man in their patrol car while he continues to protest his innocence. The man mentions that he's a lawyer and records the encounter live on Facebook to ensure transparency.
Look, I'm a lawyer, man. I don't have to cooperate whatsoever with you. If you want to take me, please do. One second. Alright, so we're recording this live. I don't trust the cops whatsoever. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I'm not going to
Provide you any information, sir.
Okay. Ma'am, what's your name?
Do not cooperate. I'm a lawyer.
Can I understand you have video of what happened earlier, sir?
Yep, posted live on Facebook for everybody.
What's the Facebook account it's posted on?
I'm not providing you any information.
And your birthday, ma'am?
Do I have to give you?
You do not.
Okay. You want your card back, ma'am?
No.
Okay. All right. You guys have a good day, okay?
The person who was a witness came to the station and told them he didn't like what he saw and uploaded it online afterwards. The officers came back for his name and birthday, but he refused to give it to them. The man records the encounter live on Facebook and expresses his distrust of police. The conversation ends with the officers returning the man's identification card and allowing him to leave, while he asserts his rights and states that he does not trust the police. Now let's move to another video.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back now! Okay. Now! Okay, it's behind my back, sir.
In a recent incident in Pittsburgh, a police officer named Paul Abel found himself in a humiliating situation that was captured on camera.
You didn't listen! I told you to go away! I didn't do it! You didn't want to listen! You told me to go away for what reason? Dude, I don't have to sit here and have conversations. Did I commit a crime? Did I tell you to give me your ID? Ma'am, I'm on...
Bystanders who witnessed the incident began to question Officer Abel's actions and demanded an explanation as to why he was making an arrest without any apparent justification.
Hey!
Why is he under arrest?
Dude, I'm hacked. Can you please tell me?
I know this kid since he was 3 years old.
I don't care.
Okay?
Can you please tell me what I'm under arrest for? Would you sit down? Okay. Get down on the ground. Can you please tell me what I'm under arrest for, sir? Failure to disperse. Disperse for what reason?
Failure to disperse.
During the incident, Officer Abel was accused of using a taser on an individual and conducting an illegal search of a bystander's bag.
3806, Abel, please walk away. Give me space. Please keep
I don't want to walk away.
Sure.
Walk back in.
We know his sister, his father, he's a member of his community, who works at the JC. What's the problem is?
This is out of
He
hand.
decided to be disrespectful to me.
He's allowed to do that.
Yeah, he's allowed
It doesn't
to.
matter.
Yeah.
No.
You're being absolutely out of hand.
I'm not allowed to tell you what he did. You want to know what he did? Then walk away. If you don't want to know what he did, then walk away.
I want to know what he did. What did he do?
Are you going to interrupt me again?
Here's what you said he did.
I told him to walk away. He kept blocking the entrance. I said it 3 times.
Okay.
Wouldn't move.
Is it a public thoroughfare? Is it private property?
Right now it is.
These actions raise concerns about police brutality and the disregard for the experiences of minorities, as the incident occurred in the context of ongoing discussions about the mistreatment of marginalized communities by law enforcement. What further amplifies these concerns is Officer Abel's history of controversial incidents. In one instance, he mistakenly assaulted an innocent person after pursuing someone he believed had assaulted him in a bar. The individual was ultimately found to be the wrong person, but Officer Abel faced no legal consequences for his actions. The city, however, did pay a civil settlement of around $45,000. In a recent incident,
You shouldn't engage him no information. That's illegal. This is illegal search.
Did somebody else stop you today?
Don't worry. No, he ain't gotta answer no questions. He ain't gotta answer no questions.
Just so you know, I got a body cam.
It don't matter. It ain't on though right now. You didn't press the button. I know law, bro. If you ain't committing no crime, you ain't got no business right here asking no question, interrogating them. This is a legal detain. What crime was committed? Who would they say was watching? Who they said that did it? Who are you looking for? What's the person's name? What's the description of the person, officer? What's your badge number? What's your badge number?
Rosenbaum 161.
161? Okay. I'll be calling your office. They know who I am, Toy Battle. You got suspicion?
I'm not stopping.
You got suspicion? Well, you ain't supposed to ask that, though, because you're running them right now in leads.
You're free to go right now.
Yeah, you is free to go. He is free to go. He always free to go. And don't ask nobody else on how with their name without them committing crimes. That is illegal. Y'all time is almost up. All right? Don't ask nobody their name and their ID. That's illegal.
Everybody good out here?
Yeah, everybody always good out here. We only good when you ain't out here manipulating people. Have a nice day. Stop scanning people's names. Find some real criminals.
Police officers caught harassing black men, and the entire incident was recorded. The person who recorded the incident demonstrated a deep understanding of their rights and courageously questioned the officer's actions. The video serves as a stark reminder of the pervasive issue of racial injustice and police brutality that occurs on a daily basis. The incident also draws attention to Colin Kaepernick, a prominent figure who protested against racial injustice by taking a knee during the national anthem. Kaepernick's activism led to the establishment of the Know Your Rights campaign, which aimed to educate and empower individuals, particularly youth, on interacting with law enforcement and understanding their rights. Other instances of racial profiling and injustices faced by black individuals. One such case is Michael Bennett, a professional football player who was wrongly accused of injuring a paraplegic woman during the Super Bowl. Despite new video evidence clearing his name, Bennett's case exemplifies the challenges faced by black individuals in the face of racial profiling. There are so many issues that are unaddressed. On the evening of September 21st, 2019, law enforcement authorities swiftly reacted to a distressing domestic violence call that had emanated from an apartment in Austin, Texas. Deputy Pereira, a dedicated officer serving with the Williamson County Sheriff's Office, promptly arrived at the location. The door he knocked on belonged to the residence of Skylar Leo, a young 20-year-old woman who cohabited with her boyfriend Eric Ramirez. The call, urgently placed by a concerned neighbor, compelled the officers to investigate the situation without delay. Ms. Leo informed Deputy Pereira that Mr. Ramirez had left the apartment and didn't know his whereabouts. She also expressed her unwillingness to press charges of domestic assault.
Look up for me. What's on your neck? What happened?
Nothing happened.
So I have witnesses saying something happened. So are you trying to protect him?
No, I just really don't like dealing with y'all. I really don't want to deal with y'all. I really don't.
Okay. So...
I don't need to talk to y'all. I really don't.
Do you have your ID on you or anything?
No, I don't.
So what's your last name?
Domestic violence laws vary across states, including how abuse is defined, the charges against abusers, and mandatory reporting requirements. In Texas, officers have discretion in making arrests for domestic violence incidents. Despite Ms. Leo's reluctance to press charges, law enforcement and prosecutors can pursue criminal actions based on their investigation and evidence. Texas law emphasizes the protection of domestic violence victims, regardless of their cooperation.
So, were y'all... I'm trying to figure out why your friends called the cops.
What friend?
Or your witnesses, whoever was over here that called us. So what?
We got into an argument.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. It was nothing physical?
Nothing physical.
Where are the marks on your neck from?
We got into my necklace right here.
No, this right here. What is that from?
Does it really matter?
Yes.
Does
I'm gonna make sure you're okay.
I'm fine, ma'am.
So
I'm fine. Like literally, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I get irrash talking to y'all. I do not want to talk to you, and especially Williamson County. Y'all have a really bad reputation. I've bad encounters with y'all. I do not want to
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I know you aren't, ma'am.
Okay, so we need your cooperation.
I know, and I'm
Do you want to press charges?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
Thus, the police had a duty to safeguard Miss Leo's well-being during their response. Deputy Lorenzo Hernandez, previously featured on a reality show, encountered a situation where he tried to enter Miss Leo's apartment. Although Miss Leo protested, the Fourth Amendment allows officers to enter a citizen's home without a warrant under certain circumstances, such as protecting individuals from immediate harm, like in cases of domestic violence. Courts have often given officers broad discretion in responding to domestic violence calls. Based on these precedents, it's likely that a court would find Deputy Hernandez's entry into Miss Leo's apartment justifiable to ensure her safety, despite her objection. However, we must also address the legality of use of force in this situation. Deputy Hernandez contends that Miss Leo's non-compliance justified the altercation and the use of force by the deputies. However, a court would likely disagree, as it must assess the reasonableness of the force used. In the 1989 Supreme Court case of Graham v. Connor, courts considered the severity of the crime, the threat posed to officers or others, and whether the suspect is actively resisting arrest. The 2018 case of Darden v. City of Fort Worth further emphasized that excessive force occurs when an arrestee is not actively resisting. Ms. Leo, a victim not resisting arrest, faced unwarranted aggression. A court would undoubtedly find Deputy Hernandez's actions excessive. Sheriff Robert Shodey initiated an internal investigation after an altercation, leading to Deputy Hernandez's one-day suspension. Surprisingly, Hernandez was later promoted to detective, but in January 2021 he resigned when former Sheriff Shodey lost to current Sheriff Mike Gleason. Subsequently, Hernandez faced charges of official oppression and assault for his excessive use of force against Miss Leo.
We went to my house. I'm like, well, we gotta find the guy that allegedly did this. So she didn't give direction of travel, description, anything. She's like, he left. I don't know where he went.
Third level Dickerson.
Satisfaction.
So we need to see if this guy's inside your apartment.
Who else is in here?
She filed a lawsuit against him in the Williamson County Sheriff's Office on September 20th, 2021. Both the criminal charges against Hernandez and Miss Leo's civil suit remain pending. His actions were unacceptable, rapidly escalating a peaceful situation, showing unprofessionalism and using excessive force.
Went to my apartment. Yo, with what? I'm literally gonna press charges on y'all.
We have a possible felony.
Possible felony?
Yes.
For what? For who? He's not here, I'm telling you.
But you don't know where he went?
I don't know where he went. Lady.
Okay.
Like, what?
Yeah, so you have
You can understand where you're in handcuffs right now?
So what happened? We were trying to talk, right? That's all we were trying to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna take
Is there
these
a light in
handcuffs
here?
off you.
How do you turn the light
Are
on?
we gonna be cool if we take these handcuffs off?
The light's not on. It's not on.
All right, ma'am. So I wasn't here with information to relate to you. When we come to stuff like this, we're going to check for safety reasons, okay? We're going to make sure he's not here and you're not hiding him. We understand you don't want to cooperate. We can't force you to do that. We get that. We understand that. But you don't do what you just did. Not when we show up for something like this. We don't get your cooperation. That is what happens.
Yes.
Okay?
The deputy's authority to enter Miss Leal's apartment for the domestic disturbance is still debated. Here's our next story of a cop getting fired. On June 26, 2020, a 73-year-old woman named Karen Gartner, who suffered from dementia and sensory aphasia, which impaired her ability to communicate and understand, attempted to leave a Walmart in Loveland, California, carrying unpaid items worth $13.88. Store employees stopped her for leaving, and Miss Gardner tried to offer her a credit card to pay for the items, but they refused and took the items back. Eventually, she left the store. Subsequently, a Walmart employee reported the incident to the Loveland Police Department, and Officer Austin Hopp responded to the call. He located Miss Gardner as she was walking home on the side of the road and pulled up behind her with his lights on. When she didn't stop, he parked his vehicle and approached her. After failing to effectively communicate with Miss Garner, Officer Hopp grabs her and throws her to the ground in an attempt to restrain her.
Ma'am, police, stop. You want to stop with lights on, siren? Stop. You just left Walmart. Do you need to be arrested right now? No. Okay. Let's stop.
Miss Garner, visibly confused, repeatedly tells Officer Hopp that she's going home, as the two engage in a brief scuffle. Eventually, Officer Hopp's able to place Miss Garner into handcuffs and lead her back to his patrol car. Shortly after Officer Hopp gained control of Miss Garner, Daria Jalali arrived on the scene. The two officers, Hopp and Jalali, once again forced Miss Garner to the ground. Officer Jalali assisted Officer Hopp in restraining Miss Gardner's feet and placing her in the patrol vehicle. A concerned citizen confronted Officer Hopp about his conduct. Officer Hopp defended himself, claiming he had the authority to use force, but the citizen believed it violated department policy, Colorado law, and the U.S. Constitution.
I'm not going anymore.
Why are you fighting with me? And why are you trying to slip the cuffs off?
I'm going home.
Stop.
I'm going home.
No, you're not. Are you finished? Are you finished? We don't play this game. You understand me? And if you try to kick me, oh, this is gonna be bad.
I'm going home.
Stop.
I'm going home. I'm going home.
The Colorado revised statutes under Section 18-1-707 require officers to use nonviolent means when possible before resorting to physical force. However, this provision was only added through Senate Bill 20-217, effective from September 1, 2020. At the time of Miss Gardner's arrest, the statute allowed reasonable physical force for effecting an arrest. Despite her non-threatening demeanor, the officer's actions came under scrutiny. In an attempt to ascertain Miss Gardner's identity, the officers questioned her about her date of birth. However, she remained unresponsive and refused to engage with them, showing apparent signs of mental instability.
Karen, I got your credit card, okay? It'll go with you. What's your date of birth, Karen? I have it. You will have it with you. I will not lose it, I promise. What's your date of birth, Karen? Huh? Who's my sergeant?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first, I can tell you that. Sergeant Metzler, he's at the police department. You can go talk to him if you have an issue.
Yeah, give me your card so I can put a report.
Okay.
I see you there, how you throw the little kid.
Little kid?
Well, I don't know.
He's not a little kid. And this is what happened.
He was just walking, and I see you how
She
you
just
grab him.
stole from Walmart and refused to stop, refused to listen to lawful orders, and to fight me. This is what happens when you fight the police. I have to use force to safely detain her. That's what this is. This isn't just some random act of aggression.
Unfortunately, the officer seemed oblivious to the possibility of her suffering from dementia, despite her exhibiting symptoms of disorientation, memory loss, and disordered speech. The Loveland Police Department's policy on interactions with individuals suspected of mental illness clearly outlined the need for officers to be aware of such behaviors and to establish a compassionate connection while ensuring everyone's safety. Officer Hopp, as seen in the body camera footage, either failed to recognize these signs or deliberately disregarded the policy during his interactions with Miss Garner. After being brought to the police station, Miss Garner was led inside by officers and left handcuffed to a bench where she remained unattended for several hours without any medical assistance. Officer Hopp's use of force resulted in severe injuries for Miss Garner, including a fractured and dislocated shoulder, a bloody nose, facial scrapes, and contusions on her knees. The incident also led to her being diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, causing ongoing physical pain in her shoulder, arm, and wrist.
Here, let me see your feet.
Credit card.
We'll get it.
My credit card.
Karen, I got your credit card, okay? It'll go with you. What's your date of birth, Karen? I have it. You will have it with you. I will not lose it, I promise. What's your date of birth, Karen?
Security footage at the station revealed officers Hopp and Jalali revealing body camera footage with community service officer Tyler Blackett, who was seen celebrating the harm caused to Miss Garner. In his narrative report on the use of force, Officer Hopp recounted that upon contacting the suspect, she attempted to flee, leading to her being placed on the ground to ensure safe detainment. The suspect resisted arrest persistently, necessitating the application of multiple controlling holds. Consequently, the suspect sustained minor lacerations to her wrists from the handcuffs.
You okay?
Hey.
Let's get her down to the station.
Okay, we don't need to wait for Capella.
No, we can see what. I mean,
Okay.
we know she. What's it say?
She stole some stuff, and they caught her before she left and got it back, and then she ran out. So we have the...
And then you contacted her for that,
and then she resisted and
obstructed. So
we're good either way.
So we're good either way.
Cool.
She's going.
All right.
Let's get a free pass. If they decide not to prosecute, I don't care.
Cool. Okay, we'll head down there.
And a small laceration to her chin. Despite clear contradictions between Officer Hopp's account and the body camera footage, as well as Miss Garner's actual physical condition, higher-ranking officers, including Sergeant Metzler, approved the use of force as necessary, reasonable, and within policy. However, the situation took a significant turn when Miss Garner filed a federal lawsuit against the city of Loveland, Officers Hopp and Jalali, and Sergeant Metzler. The case gained national attention when Miss Garner's attorney, Sarah Shilka, publicly released the body camera footage on April 14, 2021. In response to public outrage, Officer Hopp was placed on administrative leave, while Officer Jalali and Sergeant Metzler were reassigned to administrative duties pending an internal investigation. Subsequently, all three officers, along with Officer Blackett, chose to resign from their positions. Now, here's our next story of a cop violating the rules. On January 12, 2023, Officer Jack Lowry of the Bloomington Police Department initiated a traffic stop on Ricky Pouncil, a local resident, as he was driving through the city of Bloomington, Minnesota, on his way back from the gym. The ensuing interaction between them was recorded on Officer Lowry's body camera. Officer Lowry informed Mr. Council that he had been pulled over for driving on the center lane and subsequently documented in his police report that the stop was due to a lane violation and driving at 53 miles an hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone as per Section 169.15 of the Minnesota statutes. The statute states that driving at a slow speed impedes normal traffic and it's prohibited unless necessary for safety or compliance with the law. However, considering the vehicle's weight and the highway grade, Officer Lowry's belief of Mr. Council's violation may not be reasonable, as he was driving slightly below the speed limit. Additionally, Officer Lowry claimed Mr. Council was drifting between lanes, which under Section 169.8 requires driving within a single lane unless it can be done safely.
Was valid license, everything? Okay. Anytime, man. All right.
License status valid.
Rental car, pretty distinct reaction to my presence, and then going like 55 in middle lane, and wasn't really cooperative with me at all. Didn't want to tell me where he was going. There's some luggage in the back seat too.
There's what?
Like a couple bags in the trunk. Okay. He didn't seem super cooperative, so I'm just gonna pull him out and try talking about you. Ricky, right?
The U.S. Supreme Court has upheld that pretextual stops, motivated by investigating potential criminal activity, are constitutionally valid, regardless of the officer's true motivations. Thus, if the court accepts Officer Lowry's statement about the lane violation, the traffic stop is likely to be deemed constitutionally valid. According to the police report, Officer Lowry conducted a search of the vehicle, finding only vitamin C capsules. Subsequently, Mr. Pouncil was released after being detained for approximately 35 minutes. The incident came to light when Mr. Pouncil's nephew reached out to relay the details. Despite Mr. Pouncil and his family's efforts to report the incident to the city of Bloomington, the Bloomington Police Department and the city attorney, no wrongdoing was found on Officer Lowry's part and no corrective actions were taken. The encounter left Mr. Pouncil feeling marginalized and alienated from local authorities. While Officer Lowry avoided physical confrontation, he inappropriately extended the traffic stop without reasonable suspicion and used manipulative tactics to obtain consent for the search. Mr. Pouncil receives a B+ for maintaining composure and filing complaints, but his ability to challenge Officer Lowry's actions was diminished by consenting to the search.